Doctor, agora de um Piako was in city. Za. Ọzọkọ na-abịa ọzọ ahụ eji ụkpa nne o Corona. What's up, family and friends? Welcome to the Woke Nation, our nation of factual truth, where we feel free to share knowledge and spread the knowledge of factual truth without fear, without favor, and without faith, where we also encourage us to live our life, live it well. Mr. Herbert, you're welcome. So wherever you are living, enjoy your life. Even if you're in prison, you can enjoy your life there. Yes, you lock up somewhere, enjoy your life there. I've done that before too. Okay, I've been locked up before, and I was enjoying my life there, living like a boss. You know what I mean, right? So before I continue today, my daughter bought me Crocs. You see, I have so she bought them for me. You see, so I'm enjoying the fruit of my labor. I am reaping where I sowed. Okay, all right. Gomez, one care, not love. Fuck love. Love is evil. I don't do love. I don't love you. I care for you. Okay? Love is God. God is love. I mean, love is of God and God is love. So I don't do love. I know where they brought it from. Those that love people, that one making life miserable for people, oppressing people in the name of love. See what happens. I love you. Divorce, separation, heartbreak, blah, blah, blah. Domestic violence, all that. All are product of love because love comes with commandments. He said, remember, a new commandment I give to you, that you do what? Love one another as I have loved you. If you have love, love is not for everyone. God so loved the world and gave his son. He says it's a lie. That's why they say you have to believe. But if truly love works, you don't have to believe. That love will be working. It's to show you, but they tell you love brings separation. You cannot love people like you come and say, I love everyone here. It's a lie. Okay, because love comes with commandments, comes with law. It's a slavery product, which we don't need. But It's in every fabric of our society or whatever institution we have been through. So it's deeply part of us. So myself, I know what I went through. I'm going through trying to detox myself from all those toxics they loaded us with from birth. But the truth shall prevail. That's why I'm encouraging us to grow in knowledge. That you are awakened or you are the woke doesn't mean okay, that's the climax. No, you will keep growing in knowledge. Knowledge is unlimited. So is your growth in knowledge. Unlimited. Keep growing in knowledge. Don't uh, don't resist it for long. Yeah, everyone resists change. If somebody says something new, I look at it, I just look at it in passing. I may say it doesn't make sense. Then I will go back to check what that person say. I can use dictionary, I can use Google, I can use any resources available for me to research what that person said. I will find out, especially my brain. My brain is greater than anything. There is no truth beyond you. No truth beyond you, and any truth that is beyond you is a lie. That's why they try to force you to believe it. Okay, so I'm sharing with us where should we go? That is the title. And will I say I get this inspiration from one of my kinsmen who asked me a question on Umutual Answer profile, which I'm the one that runs it. So he know me. I know when he was born. I know when he was growing up. So he listened to one of my videos. He said that, yeah, he liked what I'm saying, but that I'm telling them to stop going to church or stop going to God. Where should we be going if we're not going to church? Where should we be going if we're not going to God? So I asked, I asked him, you know how I say, well, where do you go when you are not going to church? There are many places to go. You can go to work, you can go have fun. There are many places to go, but the highest place you can go is to yourself. Go back to yourself. That's why I always include that word. When I say trust God, trust Jesus, trust religion, trust all that bullshit, I say live humanly. You are a human being. There's no force greater than humanity. Humanity is part of nature. Nature is spring, that's nature, the universe. So you are part of that nature. Don't let any belief, don't let any faith separate you from nature, because the moment they succeeded in separating you from nature, you become a slave. That's why they call them slaves of God, slaves of Christ. So, and they are proud slaves. So they want us to leave them in their chains. Yeah, you can remain in your chains, but we keep pulling that chain to remind you you are a slave. We will never keep quiet until you wake up and break that chain, free yourself, or you'll die ignorant. It's still good. I mean, it's still great. When you come back next life, we continue until you wake up. So the truth shall prevail. That is the motto. Okay, where should we go? Where are we going? This thing I want to share today is very deep, and I sense that you know some people who were confused before, after hearing this, they will not be confused again. Confused about where you come from, where you're going. The truth is this: you are going back where you came from. How do you know where you are going? Where will you be buried? Have you seen anyone buried in the air? You did not come from the air. No one is buried in the sky because you did not come from the sky. You are buried where you came from. It's called the earth. And there is no God, no force that can take you out of the earth. Somebody went to heaven in bodily form is a lie. You can only go to that heaven that you have not seen in your visions, in your dreams, in your revelations. What people recorded doesn't prove it exists. There is no heaven outside the earth. This earth is our eternal home. That's where we came from. That's where we are going. Somebody say, okay, did the earth just boom appear like that? So why can't you think so about your God? I didn't tell you that earth was created or earth just appeared, but I'm telling you what I know, where we came from and where we're going. You say, okay, you want to know how the earth was formed. Why are you bothered about that? If not that, if not for the indoctrination and the brainwash you already have, and you don't want to let it go, you won't be resisting that. It's common sense. Where even all the holy people they tell you about that this person is holy, this person is not the man of God. When they die, none of them has been transported to heaven at any time. They are always buried to the earth. That's where they come from. And that's what is sustaining them. The food they are eating, the water, everything is from there. It's just like our people who have African beliefs that believe that they came from water. Some say they come from air, some say they come from land, some say they come from the sun. No, the air, the land, the water, the sun, all of them are part of this world, and they are everything in this world. We, all of us, we are together in this earth. Animals did not come from us. Trees did not come from us. We did not come from them either. Water did not come from us. We did not come from them. We have what water need us. We need them. All of us are in this together. Okay, how did the earth come about? I don't know. So why should you believe the lie? Someone else that don't know also, the person don't know, but he tell you this is what I believe. You have to believe. No. And not only they tell you this, but they even stole that concept from your own ancestors that had better one, balanced one. Your ancestors have the creation story that have gods and goddesses creating things. That one makes sense. But now you are forced to accept that there is one God that made everything. One God. That's why he said, when that God made you, he said you should have dominion. Anybody that fighting to have dominion was weak one. So he now build weapons to dominion. I want to dominate. But you don't have to dominate. You don't have to have dominion over anything. You don't supposed to have dominion. All you have to do is to live your life. So there's another the discussion I have with my co-workers yesterday that also part of this. Because that one, I think he's from Kenya. He asked me, okay, he's educated. So he said, okay, you're saying this, okay, what are you living for? So what do you mean, what are you living for? You were born to live, explore, and enjoy life. It's that simple. You are not born to go to any heaven. You didn't come from any heaven. You came from here. You started. Your life started as you can find out from consumption. What your mother and your father ate, they ate it from the earth. It's earthly thing, they ate it. It formed the sperm and the egg in them, and that's how the egg and sperm came together. And you were formed, not created by your mother, not created. No, it's natural. That's your order. That's the natural order. So our people, because of the indoctrination, especially in Christianity and Islam, it made us begin to ask silly questions or fighting against anything that is contrary to what we believe. And all that our people have to prove their belief is book. It is written. The scripture says, the Bible says, Jesus says. But in that book, God did not say anything. It is people that wrote that God said. And they tell you who wrote it. They told you who said it. It's never God. God never spoken at any time in any book. Also in the New Testament, it's the same thing with Christian religion. When they tell you Jesus said, those people that wrote that and they never see any Jesus. Jesus never existed. They are telling you Jesus said. Jesus didn't write anything. That's what makes it worse. At least in the Old Testament, they tell you that God wrote on the stone. He wrote only 10 words. 10 commandments. Only 10. God wrote with, with his fingers. And then that God now, he cannot write in a book. Then he has to let people write in a book for him. Then the Jesus Christ, they tell you he was writing on the ground when they were sentencing a woman. That Jesus did not write a verse, a word, common a word. Jesus did not write a word in any Bible. It is people who wrote those lies. So where should we go, or where are we going? So the earth, or you can call it grave. That's where you are going. Okay, but I will start with their book. So welcome to Bible study. Ecclesiastes chapter 9. I will start, it says, verse 10. Whatever you do, for those of you that are looking for your purpose for living, you want to know your purpose in life. Don't let anyone deceive you with all those there. This God revealed this to me, blah, 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 blah. No. Wake up. Whatever you do, what are you doing? Is the question. In African family before these evil people came, every family have means of support and everyone is hardworking in the family. If you are lazy, you'll be they will say that you'll be forced to work. Yes, you can no family produces lazy person unless the person is mad. You are not mad, you are not disabled, right? You go to work. So they said, he said, whatever you do, remember, when before you accuse me of quoting the Bible, the Bible was copied from our book. So I'm using it better than you that just believe it. I don't believe it, but I'm using it to show you what did they say. Whatever you do, it did not say if you seek the face of God, if you call upon the name of the Lord will show you, or the Lord will give you vision or revelation. No, say whatever you do, you are the main thing there. You are the main person there. You are the doer. God does nothing. Whatever you do, you have your power, you have your might, you have your brain, you have the power and the will to make things happen. Whatever you do, he said, do well. For when you go to the grave, not when you go to heaven, not when you go to hell, when you go to the grave, where are you going? When you die, you are going to the grave. Period. You are not going to any heaven, you are not going to any hell. Hell does not exist, heaven does not exist. Why are you still believing that lie? And you are uncomfortable hearing me telling you that hell does not exist, heaven does not exist, because you think those you call unbelievers must be burned in hell and you enjoy. You are biased, you are evil. It is that because you believe so much, those people that don't accept your gospel, your gossip, your lies, your religious jargons, he said they will go to hell. You are going to heaven. So when you hear somebody telling you hell does not exist, heaven does not exist, you get really mad at that person. You telling me I just believing in vain? Yes. You telling me I'm just worshiping God in vain? Yes. You telling me I'm just praising God and Jesus in vain? Yes. Everything you are doing in the name of God is in vain. And that's why people use it to kill. People use it to exploit. They use the name of God to enslave us mentally. They use the name of God to keep us good slaves till today as a people. He said, when you go to the grave, there will be no work. You say, prove it. There is no help. When you go to the grave, no work. There's no Hosanna after death. You're going back to where you come from. There is no bowing before the white throne judgment. There is no judgment day. There is no God's punishment, eternal punishment, eternal anything. No. When you go to the grave, if you don't accept what I'm saying now, you will find out there is no work or planning or knowledge or wisdom. So when they tell you in the Bible, like First John chapter 3, he say, although we are children of God, he has not revealed what we will be, but when we see him, we will be like him. It's a lie. It can never happen. There's no knowledge in the grave. No. That's why you must be born again. This is where you have work. This is where you have planning. This is where you have knowledge. This is where you have wisdom. There is no work in heaven. There's no planning in heaven. There is no knowledge in heaven. And there's no wisdom in heaven. It's in their book. But they wrote the New Testament to confuse them and other parts because it's a book full of contradictions. But Ecclesiastes chapter 9 verse 10 should teach you better. The person that wrote this Ecclesiastes is the same person that wrote the four Gospels, the epistles of Paul, Peter, Revelation, book of the same person, the gay man, is the same person that wrote them. Copying from people that educated them. Said, whatever your hand find to do, according to New King James Version, whatever your hand finds to do, your hand finds to do. God cannot make a way for you. You are the one that will make a way for you. Whatever your hand finds to do, do it with your might. Not do it with the grace of God. Not do it with God's help. Do it with your might. You don't need to lean on any God. You lean on your own understanding, because your own understanding will not fail you. God fails, Jesus fails, prayer fails, faith fails, but your understanding will not fail you. You remember how they put it, I think in Proverbs, it said that good understanding gives favor. When you understand them, fellow, of course, people will like to deal with you, do business with you. Whatever your hand find to do, do it with your might, not with faith. You cannot do anything with faith. You get fired. If you walk anywhere by faith, you get fired. Nobody hire you because you believe. So nobody will keep you because you believe. You see, some people have lost their job because of their religion. If you see people that take their religion seriously, they cannot stay at they can never stay at any job. Even though their employer are religious or people that believe in God, they will say, man, that's not what I hire you for. You say you're going for your activities, you don't want to come to work, you're fired. Whatever your hand finds to do, do it with your might, for there is no work or device or knowledge or wisdom in the grave where you are going. You say, oh, you don't know what you're saying. Even your father Abraham that you believe in, your father Abraham, hear what it was written concerning him. Genesis chapter 15, verse 15. It says, and also 15:15 said, now as for you, you shall go to your fathers in peace. You shall not go to God. You shall not go to Jesus. Jesus is the way to God in heaven. It's a lie. Jesus never existed. You shall go to your fathers. Where are your fathers in the earth where they are buried? That's where you are going. Your fathers are not in heaven. Your fathers are not in any spiritual realm. They are in the earth. You are in the earth. You are one with your fathers. You are your fathers. Your fathers are you. But you shall go to your fathers in peace. You shall be buried. Not you shall be burned. Not you shall be carried. Not you shall be transformed and be raptured. No, you shall be buried. There is no rapture beyond grave. There is no heaven beyond grave. There's no hell beyond grave. And grave is not your final destination. The earth is your eternal home. The grave is your marketplace. You go to buy something, you go and buy new body. You come back. Oh, man. There is no spiritual realm but fairyland. Any form of spiritual realm people create, whether they see it in vision or revelation, it is a fairyland. It's not a real place. Heaven is not a real place, it's a fairyland. Heaven is like amusement park for adults who refuse to grow up. Adults who refuse to grow up. Heaven is their amusement park. You know how you take little kids to amusement park where they see some paintings or some artworks, they write some things. Ooh, you buy them ice cream. They are so excited. They forget everything in this world. They want to be here forever until they get tired. That's how heaven is to adults. Heaven is a fairyland, it's an amusement park for adults who refuse to think for themselves, who refuse to grow up, but still engulfed or still buried in the indoctrination and brainwashing their parents gave to them from birth. Grow up. Heaven is amusement park for those adults who refuse to do their own research to find out the truth about what they tell them. Oh, there was King called Solomon. Where is his gravesite? Where is his bloodline? It cannot be found. It's a fairy tale. There was prophet. There was this one. Where is their bloodline? It cannot be found. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Which Nazareth? Mother is the son of Mary. Where is the mother of Mary? Where is the family of Mary? Where is the bloodline? It can never be found. Heaven is amusement park for adults who believe without seeing. They tell them they are blessed for believing without seeing. They say, okay. So they believe. But when you grow up, do your own research, you will believe nothing but follow facts. You will know. Those that know follow fast. Those that don't know believe everything. And they tell them believe. All things are possible. They believe. Yet nothing is possible. They are working. They're saying the work they're doing is making it possible. They believe my work proves I have faith. That's nonsense. That means you don't need faith. You know what you went through to work, yet you still believe your faith is working. You are the one working, not your faith. Your faith cannot work. You are the one working. Whatever your hand finds to do, your faith cannot do anything for you. Where are you living? You still wondering, I may still go to heaven. Okay, it's better. If I die, I get there. They still have that. I say, if I get there, Father, there's no go where? This is where you will find out there is no God. You don't need to go to anywhere else. This is where you find out. If your God exists where you are living, this God created you and put you here. Why can't you see this God? Not the presence of God walking in the garden. That's bullshit. Is it the presence of God that made you? God himself made you, so you have to see that God. If you cannot see your maker, you are stupid, believing that maker is alive or exists. If your maker exists, why is your life miserable? If your maker is the one that put you here, he cares about you. He loves you as you claim. Why are you living as a stranger? Why are you living as orphan? Why? Yet you won't think. So before you tell me, where are you going? Where are you living? You are living in the earth. You are not living in heaven. You are not living in any spiritual realm. You are living on the earth. This is your eternal home. What are you eating? Before you claim God is the one that provides for me, God is the one that sustains me, you are lying. What are you eating? You are not eating any spiritual food. You are not eating anything that is falling from the sky. You are not. It's from this earth, including the rain you drink is coming. It's from this earth. It's not outside the earth. This universe. This is where you are living. This is where you are eating. Whatever you are eating that is keeping you alive. If you don't eat, you die. You say, oh, the life is in the blood, or the spirit gives me life. Don't eat. Let's see the spirit that will give you life. Don't eat. Don't eat. Let us see the spirit that will give you life. You can Google it, you see how long you can stay alive without food. And it's there. When you get to that time, boom, you die. It's like aging. You say, I will never grow old. I will remain young. You are kidding. You know, that means you will disfigure yourself. You no longer look like a human being. But naturally, boom, when that time you must age, no matter how you. So you have to learn how to enjoy it. Whatever stage of life you are in, and learn to enjoy your life. There is pleasure, there is pain and pleasure. When you walk, that's you have that pain. Then after walk, you have pleasure. The earth is the place of pain and pleasure. They tell you no pain, no gain. Okay, fine. But when they're talking about pain, you see pain. Maybe you're talking about that one. They tell you God cause somebody. God say this. That's bullshit. Pain is a natural thing. It's part of the process. That's why without pain you cannot grow. What are you living for? That's what you ask me. So what do you want me to answer? You are living for you. You are part of the nature. You're supposed to live naturally. That's what you're supposed to be living for. And when you know you are living for you, you put yourself first. Let me use that example again. When you bought a flight, when they are giving you this the security information on what to do in case of emergency, they tell you even if you have a little baby, no, secure yourself first. Secure your own mass first. It is you first. But they brainwash you to put God first. Your mother tell you put God first. Your father tell you put God first. Your neighbor tell you put God first. Which useless Chineke? Which useless Jesus? What are you living for? Oh, you have to live for yourself. You. Whether you are bearing children or not, whether you are childless or not, you. It doesn't matter. Some people have children that kill them too. Some people, their life is miserable today because their children put them in that position. What are you living for? As I said yesterday, let me say it again. Many parents you see today misbehaving, doing what they don't supposed to do, betraying other people, stealing from other people, killing other people. They are doing that for their children. Because they don't know that even that their children don't are not going to live their life. Their children will live their own life. That's why it hurts many parents when they see their children not going the way they expected. Because they were brainwashed that their children is their slaves. You know, their children must they train up a child in the way it should go. Why? No. Your duty is to take care of your child. When they grow, it doesn't matter how you train them. If they have their own brain, they will not go the stupid way you brought them up. My parents brought me up in a religious way. Do you see me still practicing it? No way. Because I was not, you know, locked up in their chains of religion or Christianity. No, I was seeking after truth. I was even what we went through, what I suffered growing up, helped me to be going after what works. What are you living for? You are living for your nature. Know yourself, know your nature. Thank you, Denise. Oh, I'm happy. Greet her for me. What are you living for? You're supposed to live for yourself. And when you live for yourself, that's before you have a child or children, you're supposed to think, can I take care? That's why you see you need somebody. Or by myself, can I do this? Can I do that? That's why we have family. But it's no longer like that today. People are you're on your own. Every man on your own. Every woman you're on your own. Then after they say you must help me, you must say, no, you're on your own. And if you don't know this, those people that are taking advantage of others will keep taking advantage of you. You say, oh, nice people, they are nice to everybody, but they are suffering. Nobody's nice to them. You are stupid. You are not nice. You are stupid. You are ignorant of yourself and your nature. When you know yourself and your nature, you walk in your nature. Your nature is your path. That's what you are living for. You don't walk in another person's path, another people's path. You walk in your path. That's why religion is evil, because religion wants you to walk in one path they made. Walk in this way. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. Without Jesus, blah, 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 blah. Without Yahweh, blah, 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 blah. That's why religion is evil. Anything that is forcing you to walk in path that is not your own path, it is evil. That is working against nature. Like being gay is against nature. Woman walk as a woman, man walk. It doesn't matter how your tone of voice, or maybe because you have the voice, they tell you sound like male voice. You begin to say, okay, maybe I'm a man in a female body, trapped in a. You are not trapped anywhere. Live. You like to dress somehow doesn't mean you should be gay. Oh, when I saw my same sex, that's when I get it. That no, your brain was messed up. That's why you're saying that. Just as religious people that is feeling God, feeling Jesus, they have not seen. It's the same thing. Walk in your nature, as a man, as a woman, as a human being. Walk in your nature. Do you know your nature? It's very simple. What do you do? What makes you happy? Do it. What are you living for? Or who are you living for? Sorry. So it's two things. Who are you living for? What are you living for? Supposed to live for you, and you live for your nature. That's it. It's that simple. But because of the many desires they have created, you desire to be this, you desire to be that, but yourself. You don't want to be yourself. You don't want to walk in your path. You desire to be someone else walking in their path, and you see yourself struggling, going to school, doing certain things you're not supposed to do, yet it is not working. It's because of that. You are living for your life. You were born to live, explore, and enjoy your life. But many of us want to live and enjoy, not to explore. That is missing. Instead of them to explore, to understand life, understand themselves, understand how things are going naturally. No, they want to live and enjoy. They want to skip the explore. That's why people take advantage of them, because they don't know. And those people that pose they know over them begin to be their mentor, their teacher, their leader, their father, their whatever. Controlling them, messing them up, using them to enrich themselves. That man you are serving, does he have two heads? He says better than you know. He's better than you in some way. There's other way you are better than him. So why are you not promoting the area you are better than him? But you left your own area, coming to help him in his own area, and he's using you. Yeah, my son, my daughter. God bless you. You're blessed. Okay, take this one. For you and your family. Say thank you, man of God. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, man. Thank you. Oh, man. He said, man of God, why are you talking bad against my mommy in the Lord? Why are you talking against my daddy in the Lord? Who are you? Who made you God? Are you his God? Are you know what he's doing? You know how many people he's helping? Idiot. Nobody's supposed to be helping you but your parents. And that's when you are a child. As a grown-up, the only person that will help you is people you are also helping. All of you are doing it together, enriching one another. You are not born to serve. You are not born to be under any person. No, you call it help. When I was going training for asbestos remover in New York, so they say, in that training, they say that like when somebody is working, you come to help. You don't come there and begin to tell the person, you do this, you do this. He said, first, you will ask the person, do you need help? He said, yes. Then the person will tell you what he has done and what he needs. Then you will offer help. But no, help people, help the poor, help the needy. Who made them poor? Who made the needy? You asking me to help. No, tell me. Who? You will not talk about that. But you want people to do what you want to make you feel like, okay, things are working now. And most of them believe in God. Where are you going? You are going to the grave. Another word for grave is earth. Allah. The land. That's where are you standing? That's where you're going. You are standing, that's your pillar, that's your foundation, everything, the earth. There's no force that can take you out of this world. You can pray all you want, cry all you want, boom, you die, they bury you there. Akufореcha or Darawa. You go to Mars, or you say there are a million other planets, go finish. You coming back. Some people say that aliens are the people that left this earth to another planet. Now they want to come back. Things have changed. Oh man. Hear this, my people, especially you black people, my own people, Africans. Messages of creation, messages of afterlife, messages of heaven. Do not believe it. Never you believe them. Any message, any word telling you about creation, afterlife, or heaven, never you believe them. Never. Or they tell you, oh, there is this person that can do this, say that. Show me. You say God created me. Show me. Wait, let God create one. Let me see. God cannot create anything. If God created man as they said, if there was first man and first woman, God would have done it again. It can never happen. It's a theory. But you believe it? No, do not believe it. Ask them to show me. But I can show you that my parents born me. I look for a woman, fuck her, get her pregnant. She got baby. He said somebody who brought that argument wonder, what do you mean? Not every sex lead to pregnancy. Some many people are trying to impregnate will never work. Yeah, you help yourself. If you have low sperm count or whatever they say is your problem, with science you can fix it again. Even some people, they cannot impregnate a woman not because they are impotent or maybe low sperm count, because of what is going on in their mind. If you understand the power of their mind, you will see they are powerful, but they don't know it. It happened to a couple in Nigeria. They were fucking, nothing is happening. They relocated to America where they have rest of mind. Boom, the woman took him. Nothing was done. Oh, you don't notice that some men, when they are sleeping with their wife, they are wishing she never take in. The power of your mind, that which they imagine to do, nothing will be restrained from them. But many of you ignore it because they tell you your thought is not like his thought. To understand the power of your thought is greater than God, it's more powerful than God because it is your thought life. That's why the same thing that is happening when your eyes is open is what is happening when your eyes is closed. When your eyes is open, you see many things, you're looking around, getting many messages. That's the same thing when you close your eyes, your thought, because your thought never sleep, it never slumber, is always awake. You say there's a spirit. Spirit will quit spirit. You cannot prove that nonsense. It's your thought. Wandering thoughts is what you call visions, revelation, and dreams. Your thoughts saw those things. No door can stop your thought. No door. You sleep there, you're right there, your thought is everywhere. It's called one. That's what they call Satan, going to and fro to everywhere in the earth, to the ends of the earth. There's no such thing as end of the earth, ends of the earth. Have you seen ends of the earth? Do not go out. They tell you that person is there, that person can do this. Do not go out. The Savior is there, the Messiah. Do not go out. Let that force show up itself. Or if you go in there, you're going there to mock them. You're going there to mock them, to show them that's bullshit. That native doctor in Amasia, he's still alive, so I always go there. Even last time I went to Nigeria, he keep talking about the goddess that used to appear, and they give him what he's doing. And I said, I want to see him. Her. She said no. He said no. So many people have been asking him. He said no. I said okay. But that's how it's supposed to be. Let me see. Okay, let that goddess come and help us. We need help. It's okay. What do you have to say in such case? The man is seeing it. Yeah, he's seeing it. Don't you see some of native doctors, those things they put in their eyes? Who put in their eyes? They put in their eyes. When you put it, you begin to see things. It's part of nature. It is part of nature. It is not spiritual thing. It's not spiritual thing. It's natural thing. That's why a human being is doing it. He's a human being doing that. If you can see it, it is natural thing. If you can do it, if you can participate in it, it is a natural thing. It's not spiritual. They tell you, oh, what you don't know is greater than you. It's a lie. What you don't know is calling you to know. Oh, what you don't know will kill you. It's a lie. It will not kill you. You cannot be killed. There is no heaven outside the earth. Let it register in your head. So when they come up with their nonsense, where will you go when you die? Well, you know what will happen. There's no heaven outside the earth. If there is heaven outside the earth, you will know its location now. It doesn't exist. It only exists in their head. Just as their God only exists in their head. But if God exists, you will see God now. If heaven exists, you will see heaven now. You cannot. Because God does not exist, heaven does not exist. So let me show you some lies they put in the Bible to make people believe that maybe earth is blah, 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 blah. No. First, some of you believe that God has given us the earth. The earth belongs to God. God gave it to us. It's a lie. God did not give us any earth. Earth is not a gift to us. It's our eternal home. We are earthly beings, not earthly creatures. We are earthly beings. We are born beings, not created beings. The earth did not create us. The earth born us, bring us forth. That's why they tell you, no, it is God. God, no, not God. God did not give you the earth. Here how they put it in Psalm 115. And this is where they pick it. They say, yeah, God has given it. Which God? Is somebody, this gay man that wrote that in the book of Proverbs. Psalm and the Proverb. Psalm 115, verse 16. Hear what it says. It said the heaven, even the heavens are the laws. Nobody has seen any heaven or other bullshit. He said, but the earth he has given to the children of men. God did not give us any earth. No God have shown up and say, I give the earth to the children of men. No. The earth is our home, and that's why it is men who are developing the earth. It's men who are living and enjoying the earth. It's men who are building, and the earth. God cannot build anything here because it does not belong to God, and God cannot come here. God cannot show up. God does not exist. But the earth is our home. It's not a gift of God to us. God did not give us the earth. God did not put us on the earth. Oh, you were put on the earth. Nobody put you on the earth. You are part of the earth. You are not put here for anything. You were born here. You are from here. Not from God. Also, when you read a place like that 8 verse 22, like you see people saying that the earth is an evil place, so they want to go to heaven. You can never escape this earth. So you're supposed to start building your heaven now, right here. There's no heaven where you will go from this earth, leaving this earth. Can never happen. Stop believing their lies and begin to know your truth. The truth is you are earthly. He said, then they will look to the earth and see trouble and darkness, gloom of anguish, and they will be driven into darkness. This is nonsense they put in the Bible to deceive you, to make you think that earth is evil. When you look at the earth, how evil you will see, you cannot see any good thing because, you know, they have abandoned God. They are evil. God is good. We're going to God. This world is bullshit. The same people that tell you that this earth is evil, they are the one getting married and having children this on earth. They won't leave the earth to go to heaven. They don't want to die to go to heaven. They want to be here. They say, no, they don't want to die yet. How can you have a better place that is better than the earth? You say you don't want to go yet. You are stupid. You are just denying the obvious for your illusion. Wake up. They also tell you that this earth is reserved for fire. It's reserved for fire. Nonsense. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 7. This is where they get all that idea. You see them coming to preach to you. You see, this world very soon will be destroyed. What will you do? Where will you spend your eternity? Eternity? Which eternity? When did you start to have eternity? This is my eternity, eternal home. You're telling me about eternity in heaven? Doing what? 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 7. Hear what it said. But the heavens and the earth, which are now preserved by the same word. Remember, in Psalm chapter 115, verse 16, he said that the heavens and the heavens belongs to God, right? Now he's telling you that heaven is also preserved for fire. So what's God also committed sin there? He said, okay, no, the Lucifer committed sin there. But I'm leaving Lucifer out. Why will fire also consume that heaven? If the heaven belongs to God, now he's telling you here the heavens and the earth, which are now preserved by the same word, are reserved for fire until the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. Ungodly men wrote this nonsense, telling you that this heaven and earth, the heaven they tell you God is in their heaven, that heaven and earth will be consumed. It is reserved for fire. Oh man, fire will burn you. You're going to hell. Oh, fire will burn this world. You see, Jehovah's Witness. Jehovah's Witness don't. I think they say they don't believe that one. They believe that the people that are not part of their kingdom will be annihilated. That's wiped out. Wiped out. Then they will have the kingdom, the new kingdom. That's what they believe. But Christians say no. The whole heaven and earth. He said the heaven will fold like a cloth, and the earth, all of them will be consumed by fire. Then they see it's not happening. They manufacture Holy Ghost fire. Holy Ghost fire consume you. Although the Holy Ghost fire, according to Jesus, I think in Mark chapter 3 or Matthew chapter 3, I think 3:11, he said that fire will consume the chaff in you. That's how he said there. He said, we gather the wheat and the chaff. It will burn with unquenchable fire. So they say Holy Ghost fire. But today, the Holy Ghost fire consume them. Holy Ghost fire burn that witch. Holy Ghost fire burn it. Holy Ghost fire. What do you mean Holy Ghost fire? No, this is the fire you're supposed to be talking about. But it can never happen. No fire can burn this earth. It can never happen. We have water here. That fire hit water. It's okay. I respect you. Stay in your path. I stay in my path. Fire will burn as it's supposed to. Water will flow as it's supposed to. It is natural. There is no fire that will burn anybody or this earth. Nowhere. As they say, reserved for fire. This earth is not reserved for any fire. It's reserved for your pleasure. So walk and enjoy. Okay? So they also tell you that the earth is not the earth is under God. No, the earth is not under God's control. Somebody even already find that out. They tell you that the earth is the laws and the fullness thereof. Psalm 24, right? Then in Corinthians, he said that the devil is the god of this world. So God and the devil, they are one thing. They are one evil. God is evil. But no, this world is not under God's control. God cannot do anything. God is not the one that made any boundaries. When you're talking about the boundaries Africans have today, who made it? White men are the Berlin Council. You can Google all these things. It's no longer hidden. White men divided Africans. That's why you see like Nigeria is still under British rule. They are the one that made the boundaries. But they put in their book telling you it is God. Let me read it. Acts chapter 17. These things are not hidden, but the way they hide it, many of our people don't care they are reading it blindly like it is the book of life. No, it is the book of control. It's slave manual, Bible, Quran, Torah. All of them are slave manuals, especially Africans, for Africans. You know what he said? He said that, hear the lie from from 25, he said, no, is God worship with man's hand? You know, it's a lie. You see people worshiping him. Although he needed anything, yet they're giving him everything, even their money. Since he gives to all life, breath, and all things, God did not give us life. God did not give us breath. God did not give us anything. Verse 26, and he has made from one blood every nation of men. Is a lie. We are not of one blood. It's a lie. I'm not one blood with white people. I'm not. My own blood is superior to their blood. That's why I have melanin. You see, they don't have this. When the sun come out, you see that we are not one blood. So he has made from one blood every nation of men to dwell on the face of the earth, and has determined their pre-appointed times and the boundaries of their dwellings, so that they should seek the Lord in the hope that they might group for him and find him, though he's not far from each one of us. You see the confusion. For in him we live. It's not true. In the earth we live, in the earth we move, in the earth we have our being. But they lie to you, telling you that God, this earth is under God's control, that in God you live, in God you move, in God you have your being. He said, even as your own poets have said, for we are also his offspring. We are not offspring of God. Understand that no God determines anything for us. Say God determines their word, determines their boundary. No, no God determines anything for us. It is people that determines what is happening. Who is determining what to do now in this case of COVID-19? It is people. It's not any God. No God determine anything for us. Nothing is pre-appointed for us. That's why they deceive you. It's appointed. God appointed that way. It's a lie. Break that line. Break that bondage. We are people that are supposed to be doing exploit. Whatever you do, do it well. What you do, do well. We live in the earth. We move in the earth. And that's where we have our being, not in any God. They lie to you. Not in any Christ. I'm a new man in Christ Jesus. My life is in Christ. I'm a new creation. You are stupid. You are hating yourself. Anyone that believes in God or Jesus is practicing or promoting self-hate. You hate yourself to believe you are a creature of God. You brought yourself so low, below animals. Animals are not even creatures, but you say you are. You are. We are not offspring of God, but earthly offspring of our earthly parents. You call them your parents or ancestors. That's who we are offspring of. I'm a descendant of my great ancient African ancestors. I'm not a creature of God. I'm not a descendant of God. I have no relationship whatever with God or Jesus. No way. I have no relationship with any spirituality or spiritual word or spiritual being. No. Stop running the race. This white people have said before us. They are the one that said this race. So keep running it. The race of Christianity, the race of Islam, the race of Judaism, the race of spirituality. You have to stop it. Yeah, keep running it. No. It is men that set all this race. It is not part of nature. That's why they demand your belief. They require your sacrifice. They require your works. Without you, they are useless. You have to stop running the race set before you. You are no longer a slave. Now you have knowledge. A man with knowledge, a man armed with knowledge is unfit to be a slave. Stop being a slave of faith, a slave of man, a slave of God, a slave of Christ. Know yourself. Engage and use your brain. Then do your work. It is called freedom and prosperity. You need that freedom and prosperity. When you know yourself, use your brain and do your work. you are unstoppable. That's what he said. He said, if you imagine whatever you imagine to do, you know yourself. That's your one. That unity. You are one with yourself. He said, whatever you imagine to do, nothing will stop you. Wake up, my people. Wake up, Africans. Trash religion. Live humanly. There is no place better than this earth for you. There is no God or no being greater than you. Know yourself. Use your brain and do your work. And you will begin to enjoy freedom and prosperity, no matter how small it may be. And you will see that you are both God. And you are born to live, explore, and enjoy life. Do it. Gordon.